shoe collection. I say it might surprise you because I have a lot of fragrances. I like collecting them. I have a lot of clothes, suits specifically, and I enjoy collecting them. I just never got bit by that shoe bug, and from what I've seen, it's pretty normal for people to like one or the other, you know. But hey, you don't have to like either one. But I've been getting a couple requests for shoes, so in this video, we're just gonna chill, and I'm gonna tell you about. I think I grabbed about 6 here. 6 shoes. 6. I think I might have 7. And just shoes in my collection, different ones, various ones, and do a little bit of tapping as well. So kind of more of a traditional ASMR video. Let's just get started. Number 1. We have this awesome. My feet are enormous. My shoes are enormous. So hopefully they fit in this camera. This is a Suede single monk strap, and this is the monk strap right here, and they call it a monk strap because literally it was made by the monks. The monks created this way, a fastening device, and we still use it. So let's do some tapping here. More lo-fi. Does make good tapping noises. See the top. Maybe work into the microphone. There we go. Which is better than so this is kind of a camel suede, I guess you could call it, and you can see it's gotten worked a bit. You can see the heel starting to fade away there, so I wear my shoes pretty hard, and when I find a pair I like, I just wear it a lot. So right now these are my daily drivers, and this is from a brand called Calto, and I actually made a video on these. These are what they call tall man shoes or height adjusting shoes. The heel comes up to like here, so it adds like an extra inch and a half, and I swear on my frame you can't really tell, or you can't tell that you're wearing lifted shoes. I got these literally just to see because I was fascinated. I'm not a shorter fella. I'm about 5'10" without shoes on, and it was not. It was out of pure curiosity that I got these and fell in love with them. I love the way that they look. I love the fact that when your feet are like this, you're working your calf muscles more, and you know, I like the extra couple of inches too. I mean, even though that was not an insecurity of mine, it's nice. So that's number 1. Now, I like non-laced shoes. That's 100% my favorite. I don't like having to tie up my shoes. Personal preference, I guess, but if I'm in a tuxedo or if I'm at a more formal event that requires some shinier shoes, I'll grab something called an Oxford, and this is an Oxford. This is since then that it's not that great. But I got them, and I don't wear them that often, so. And the reason why they say that they're not that great is because you're in a big bougie world, and every nice thing that you get, people are always gonna ask and tell you that it could have been nicer, right? Oh, is that custom? No, it's Allen Edmonds. Oh, mine are custom. You know, like that kind of stuff. And yes, those are the kind of people that I see on a daily basis. So, that is 100% for balls and galas and white tie, black tie, although I do want to get a pair of tuxedo shoes, specifically in ones that do not have laces on them, because I really don't like laces. Up next, we have, when I was in college, graduate school actually, I was trying to find a cheap place to get shoes. I gravitate towards communities, and there were a couple people in my school that were really into shoes, so I became into shoes. Same thing, this got me into watches, and tried to find a place to get shoes, and good looking shoes for cheap, obviously, right? Who doesn't want top quality, lowest price? And I came across a website app called Groupon, and it's kind of like an overstock companies that, at least this is how it was when I came upon it, companies that make too much, don't sell, they'll just post it on GroupMe, and you can pick it up for pretty cheap. And that's when I came across a certain style of shoes that I gotta tell you, I really, really dug, and it's this right here. This is called a Chelsea boot. And this will turn all of your standard shoes into uncomfortable nightmares once you get a Chelsea boot that hugs your ankles. Say goodbye to all the other ones. You start wearing a regular shoe, you feel like a day-old baby deer. Your legs are like, blah, blah, blah. Your ankles feel so weak. And I followed these Chelsea boots. Actually, I think this is my third brown pair, because I don't really like to wear black shoes. I don't really like to wear black. Black looks good on a certain complexion, and it's not mine. Black looks really good on olive skin or darker skin, of course. Just about every color looks good on darker skin, but when you wear black, excuse me, and you have, a paler skin, it just makes it stand out even more. And yeah, I don't dig it. So I always sort of gravitated towards brown over black. So this is like my third brown pair of Chelsea's. I just wear them out, so that's a great sign. And this is from a brand called Kurt and Larson, but I also had the Johnson and Murphy's. Did that a couple times. But as part of, the Groupon and trying to get stuff super cheap, when you can get stuff super cheap, you can also afford quite a bit of it. was these felt kind of pairs, and this is an example. This is from a company called Jackson. This, I don't know how this looks in the video, but the video probably doesn't do it justice. This is screaming fire engine red. And obviously because of that, I don't wear it very often. They're kind of like my clown shoes, I guess, if you will. But when I was buying up those Chelsea boots, I literally would have like bought every single kind of like a blue suede and a couple of black ones. Just when I got on that Chelsea kick, man, everything that was for sale that was Chelsea, I bought it up. And the ironic thing is I don't even wear Chelsea boots anymore. This next one, I always wanted to like these, but I never could. And these are called Chukkas. Now, Chukkas are an ankle high boot as well, like a Chelsea, except they have laces. And they have obviously a little bit different style. And I honestly couldn't tell you why I didn't like them that much, or why I still don't like them. But they never get worn. I really think it's just because I do not like laces on shoes. I think that's what it is. But like, there's nothing wrong with them. They look nice. They're good shoes. Just not for me. But I tried them. So my shoe size, it's difficult for me to blind buy shoes, and it's difficult for me to order online because the makers of these shoes, the sizes vary wildly. So some shoe brands I can get away with wearing an 11. It's uncommon that I can get away with wearing an 11, but some of them I can't. And then other shoe brands, I have to go all the way up to a 13. And so it's a hassle. I'm trying to get, and I hate having to send stuff back and exchange it and all. I've gotten better now, but it used to be that I had a whole lot of stuff that didn't fit me. I just didn't want to have to go through the hassle of returning it, so a lot of these shoes I did get in person because of that. Now, when I was younger, I used to wear this style a little bit more. I don't really do this anymore, but sort of like Converse, which I do actually have some Converse. I don't know where they are, but it's very similar to jeans. I do have a pair of jeans. I have no idea where they are. But I guarantee you, when I do find them, I'm gonna have to kick out the family of spiders that has been living in them for the last 5 years. I these. I bought them used, and I bought them when I thought that I would start wearing them again, and I just never did. I gravitate towards just one or two different pairs of shoes, and that's all that I wear, and I'm not very hip or cool. I dress like I was extra in Guys and Dolls the musical, or like I just jumped a time traveling train from the 30s, or like a failed extra from Peaky Blinders. Like, those are the three levels of how I dress. So it's monk straps, it's no laces, and that's about it. I don't really do much outside of that. So I got one more, and try to position this right for a good unveiling. So you'll notice that there's no sneakers in here. Like, I don't wear sneakers. There's no Jordans. I couldn't even tell you the names. There's no Air Force Ones. Doesn't do it for me, and it's just so contrary to the type of clothes that I wear, because even this is as dressed down as you're gonna see me when I leave the house. It's 2-piece, 3-piece suits, fedoras, the whole 9 yards. So I just do not get an opportunity really to wear those that often. However, I've always wanted a pair of these, so I got these. I think it was this year. I think it was in 2024. Here they are. And these are high tops. And the brand is Gucci. I have always wanted Gucci shoes. Gucci anything, really. When I was younger, I used to think Gucci was incredible. It was like the quintessential cool person clothing, I guess. I don't know why I thought that, but in order to fulfill a childhood dream, I got these, and I got these off of a app called The Real Real, which is pre-owned stuff. People go in there and list it for sale, and these were in bad shape when I got them, and I love restoring things, so I restored these, and I think they look pretty good. But it took me almost no time at all to realize that I have nothing that this goes with. I think if you rock some jeans, maybe, or were nice and careful with your color chinos, I think you could pull these off, but it took me no time at all to realize that I had nothing that matched these. Thus, they sit on my shelf, but it was a fun project, and I think I paid like $70 for them, so they were pretty cheap. But man, it just, nobody cares. I think that's the one thing that I would tell anybody who wants to get into collecting design or menswear fashion. And I've got some nice watches, and only one person has ever recognized my watch that I wear every single day and tried to talk to me about it. Only one person has ever said, hey, what kind of, I know that watch, I've seen that watch. Only one. Someone asked me the other day, they said, what is that? I said, so it's a Patek Philippe. And they said, oh, if it's not an Apple Watch, I don't know what it is. And I was like, of course not. So I don't know, because it was a while ago when designer stuff really started to appeal to me. But at this point in time, spent working to try to buy those things, and it gives me a lot of pleasure to know that, man, I worked hard. And some people could say that I wasted my money on that, and honestly, I'd probably agree with you, but it is a symbol. The fact that, man, I tried something, worked my butt off for a little while, and I was able to get a reward. And to me, that's, that's enough to make it through the day sometimes. So, but that's it, man. That's, if I had to tell you something, ain't nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If you're wearing Balenciaga, nobody cares. And I like Gucci, but if you're like, it sounds bad, if you're like trying to attract a sugar baby or something, women don't really care about Gucci from what I've seen. Women care about two brands that I've seen. One of them is Coach, and the other one is Louis Vuitton. So those are the designers that women love from what I've seen, at least on men, because they have a very strong presence in women's wear as well. Not so much the other way around. But anyways, I'm going down a deep dark hole that is not part of this video. So this is